Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and the latest roundup of wrestling game news, where today we have new details on AEW Fight Forever, including news of the game's release date, we have news of a new patch update for WWE 2K23, and then looking to the future, we also have confirmation of WWE 2K24, as well as news of when we can expect it to release. So let's jump straight into this, starting out with AEW Fight Forever, as earlier this week, players on Xbox who pre-ordered the game confirmed that it was now available to preload, as anyone who pre-ordered the game was able to download it, with the download reporting to weigh in at around 17 gig. Alongside the option to preload the game, a community page was also made public on Xbox, with this page including a list of the game's achievements, which went on to confirm a lot of new info that has yet to be announced. This info includes confirmation of Career Mode, as the achievements confirm Road to Elite, which appears to be a take on Road to WrestleMania from SmackDown vs. Raw. While we've not heard anything official about Career Mode, the rest of the achievements give us an idea of what we can expect, as from reading through the description of the achievements, it appears that Road to Elite will include several branching options to encourage players to play through it numerous times, which is similar to Road to WrestleMania, as well as WWF No Mercy, as No Mercy's Career Mode featured numerous paths depending on the player's choice. Along with the ability to win the AEW World Championship, the achievements also confirm that players will have the ability to hold multiple titles within the mode, as the Triple Crown achievement requires the player to hold 3 titles simultaneously. Other confirmations include a training aspect, as the Train to the Max achievement requires the player to perform 30 or more successful intense trainings during a single playthrough. Also confirmed for Road to Elite is the inclusion of mini-games, as the Casual Gamer achievement confirms mini-games within Road to Elite, whereas previously it was speculated that the mini-game options were part of a separate feature. Taking a look at the Food Critic achievement, this one could potentially hint at one of the backstage areas, as the achievement says the player have to select dining 16 times during a single playthrough, so this could hint at the inclusion of a dining area backstage. Continuing to hint that the mode was made to be replayed, the Living the Wrestler's Life achievement requires the player to complete the mode 10 times, while the Hall of Famer achievement confirms that each playthrough will end in a career grade, with this particular achievement requiring a grade of A+ to unlock. As for unlockables, the Shirt Collector achievement confirms the addition of unlockable t-shirts within Road to Elite, which could come in the form of a trophy, a creation pot, or potentially even an alternate outfit. Speaking of unlockables, we have confirmation that the game will also feature an in-game shop similar to WWF No Mercy's SmackDown Mall, as the eShopper achievement requires the player to make a purchase using AEW Cash. Moving on to gameplay confirmations, the Kaboom achievement confirms rope explosions as part of the Exploding Barbed Wire Deathmatch, as this achievement requires you to trigger 3 rope explosions during a single match. Confirming the presence of wrestler skills, we have the Off the Guardrail achievement, which confirms a guardrail dive fence skill that allows players to climb the guardrail and then perform diving attacks, which is a feature that was previously a staple in the older wrestling games, though surprisingly it's not something we've seen since the SmackDown vs. Raw games. Alongside the guardrail skill, other skills that have been confirmed include the Desperation Impulse skill, which allows you to perform a roll-through move, a springboard defense skill that you'll need to use springboard attacks, anti-air defense, which allows you to catch a player during a dive attack, a kip-up skill that sees you jump back to your feet, and a Gimmick Infringement skill that confirms the ability to steal your opponent's finisher. Other skills listed include Tope Offense for outside dives, a Rebound Recoil skill, and a Corner Recoil skill, though saving the most interesting one till last, we also have a Sloth Style skill for Orange Cassidy, with this skill including the ability to win a match with your hands in your pockets. As for creation modes, alongside Create a Wrestler, which was announced previously, we have confirmation of Create an Arena, as the Arena Architect achievement says players have to create their own arena and then wrestle in it. So that's all the new confirmations coming out of the achievement list, where there's quite a bit of new info, especially the career details for Road to Elite, as aside from the note that the game would feature a career mode, this is the first real details that we've had. Staying with Fight Forever, while there's been no official announcements surrounding a release date, a new report from Fightful Select claims that their source has told them the game is scheduled to release on Tuesday, June 27th, and that an official announcement is due to take place next week. Potentially confirming this date, French retailer Just for Games have begun listing the game for release on June 27th, while UK retailer Argos previously listed the game for June 29th, though Argos have since removed the date entirely. The report from Fightful Select goes on to claim that AEW hold the rights to the game's engine, meaning that they're free to use it for future games, though the current plan is for the game to be a one-off release with constant updates. The report also goes on to note that those working on the game claim it plays very smoothly and it resembles WWF No Mercy, though in terms of limitations, the report does go on to state that when they last asked, there were no plans for community creations. Switching over to the WWE side of things, today's seen a new patch released for WWE 2K23, with this new patch taking the game up to version 1.11. According to the patch notes, the new patch is a hotfix to address problems with delays to finishes and signatures, as following Tuesday's patch 1.10 update, players have been reporting delays when attempting to perform signatures and finishes. When I tested this out prior to installing the latest patch, what I found was if you picked your opponent up, or you performed any sort of strike attack before attempting a finisher, then there was a delay of a few seconds before you could perform the move, by which time your opponent had recovered and was then able to block it. After installing patch 1.11, the delays to signatures and finishes have now been fixed, so you shouldn't encounter this problem going forward. As for any other fixes, while the patch notes only list the one change, WWE Games modder What's the Status has confirmed that the new patch also fixes problems with the new Asuka model that was added for MyFaction, as prior to the patch, the hair on the model was stiff and it didn't include any physics, though that's now been fixed, ready for her release in the Face Paint Frenzy pack later today. Also fixed in the patch was a problem with Hollywood Hogan, as patch 1.10 caused Hogan's hair and beard to disappear, though that too is now being fixed in the new update. Finally, we end by looking to the future, as this week seen 2K hold their quarterly earnings call, where they touted the continued success of the series following the release of WWE 2K23. However, the biggest talking point to come out of the call was the confirmation of WWE 2K24, which is now officially confirmed to be in active development. As for when the game will release, 2K did share a preview of their upcoming release schedule, where WWE 2K24 was listed for a fiscal 2024 release, which would suggest that 2K will be sticking to the March-April window so that they can release the game around WrestleMania. As for any public announcements, it's unlikely that we'll see anything announced publicly for a good while, as any announcement of 2K24 would impact sales of 2K23 and its ongoing DLC, so I would expect that any announcement on the game will be held back until January, when promotion for the new game generally begins. So there you go, that's the latest roundup of wrestling game news. Let me know what you made of it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.